This is a historic little
What do you want?
event. Oh, right in front of here.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Like being Florida. He always looks better than me. No.
We already have a guy who crawls on walls and spins webs. We already have a guy who's the god of thunder and a fellow who's got green skin and he breaks through buildings up and so forth. But since some viewers might not speak fluent Skrull, we'll use our Mighty Marvel language converter. As a matter of fact, our sales have tripled in the past 3 years, which is quite a publishing phenomenon.
Slower, but still got 7.
No, you promised we were going to take this very serious.
Oh, hey, come on, I love this stuff for my youth.
I mean, Mike.
Spidey's 30th birthday. What do you get Spider-Man for 30?
Them in countless horror movies they usually referred to as the dead who walk. Now, what can they possibly have to do with Tony Stark or his armored alter ego, the invincible Iron Man?
Well, I have a good feeling about this. Yeah. Peter's the guy building it. I just follow along, you know.
What a great team. You got a great guy.
He's just terrific. I never would have done this. When my contract ended, he said, hey, Stan, now you're free. Let me build a company. If he could do it for me, imagine what he could do for you guys.
I think it's going to be the synergy.
200 to 300 fan letters every day, probably as much as the Beatles. I spend most of my time reading the mail and quite a lot of time answering it. During this time, I think I've learned a lot about what young people think. More importantly, I think I've learned a lot about what young people are.
Wouldn't want to change anything about me.
Gee, you're definitely not the same guy I've been writing about all these years.
My guest is somebody who is not only an old friend and associate, but one of the genuine talented movers and shakers of our business, Roy Thomas.
So I figured, okay, if we have to do a team, that's fine, but we're going to do it differently than anybody else does it. So instead of a lot of good guys who always won at the end and they were brilliant and they were superior to the villains and they never did anything wrong, we came up with the Fantastic Four, who inevitably did something wrong.
Paid dividends down the line. A lot of people seem to be short-sighted on a lot of things. So
How does it feel to know that someday in the future they'll talk of you as the man who popularized three-dimensional perspective webbing? I mean, boy, that's a distinctive trait. Nobody else will have anything like that.
Since moving to work at Marvel's production center in California, Lee has acquired a home with a pool, a pair of sunglasses we never saw him take off, and a position as an elder statesman with the folks back at the Marvel offices in New York. Stan still contributes to special issues.
And then another thing you might jot down, Jim. On page 13, he had his helmet on, and
Believers. I'm Stan Lee, co-author of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and creator of Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, and a whole caboodle of other comic book characters that my legendary modesty prevents me from mentioning. Now, I'll be your host and guide as we journey together along the rambunctious road to comic book artistry, which is to say, it looks like we're stuck with each other for the next little while. What is it that you're known for?
You gotta be kidding.
I am, of course.
Well, originally I created Courageous Cat.
That was that animated show
an
you
animated
did, right?
cartoon. But I think when I was 18, I tripped across a character called Batman.
How do you pronounce it?
B-A-T--man. It was called Batman by Robert Kane. In 1939, when I was 3 years old, Stan. That's when I created the Batman. I'm now 42 on my good days. Anyway, Batman is my claim to infamy.
Yeah, I always thought it was the cat things to think about because you always want something different. I remembered we had a character called the Human Torch who was very popular, and he was a guy. I mean, it's an everyday occurrence. He could burst in flame and fly. So it occurred to me, why not do the opposite? So that was Iceman.
Hey, true believers, I'm Stan Lee, and I want to tell you about the most fantastic sweepstakes ever. How would you like to work with me for a day as editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics? Just enter the Kmart and Marvel Comics Watch and Win sweepstakes this May and June. Get your Watch and Win scratch-off game card at participating Kmart restaurants and win one of 18 million discounts on Kmart food and drinks, plus 2,500 other prizes. Just watch the Marvel Action Hour and answer my questions. Details at participating Kmart restaurants.
All right, everyone. What is up? We're live. I was already zoning out there while working on this Riri Williams piece. And we already got an AK pattern in the house. What is up, Aaron, my boy? Love you, buddy. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Cheers to all of you. I am on. Can you guys hear this? This is the end of my morning Red Bull. I had three coffee makers go down this month in the middle of the move. I have yet to replace it. So I'm doing pour over coffee and French press coffee. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood. You're always in the mood. If you have like a babe over, it's easy to be in the mood for like French press and pour over. When you're by yourself, it's just like, you just want a smoldering pot of coffee, especially when you're like working all night. As I was, we did a lot of things last night, people. Set up a Amazon TV Alexa that came to me in one freaking day. In one day, it got delivered. So, and I'm phasing out the Xbox when it comes to home entertainment. The Xbox will be strictly for Halo. That's it. So everyone, thanks for coming. So this Riri Williams, this is from last night's Insta stream, and I'm doing a some lead shading here. And overall, I'm still gonna hit this with the Prismacolors. But I'm oddly as obsessed with it as I think I was anticipating, because there's just so many details about this piece that I just want to nail. That I just want to like get down. So yeah, and this is kind of a little bit too in observance to Black History Month. But I also just wanted to point that if we don't like if we don't like the portrayal of a character, we can change it. If they're changing things, we can change things, right? I mean, why the hell not? Most of these characters, their history is so long. Characters like Doc Savage, the Shadow, the Black Terror, Shazam. Okay, I mean, like their lineages are so broad. Like they do have all these like little baby tiny versions of each other, like creators trying to figure out like what works and why. And like no one really understands the why, especially when it comes to hindsight. But we appreciate these like different efforts. And I just wanted to do like this over sexualized version of her that I'm sure can be labeled as weird and creepy, because I believe she's like a teenager. Or is she an adult in the book? I don't know. But she's drawn like a teenager. But I've seen like other images where she looks like a full-grown adult. So I don't know what the editorial direction is for her, which is why it's important to even have editors. Something too that we are missing in comics. But yeah, so we're going to eventually. I might do the Prismacolor marker drop on this on Twitch. I might do it on Twitch. Or maybe TikTok. I don't know. It's going to be one or the other. But I'm just like, I'm so into finishing this up now. And the whole idea is like she's like somewhat like repairing herself. Yeah, which I thought was cute. Like give her some weird sci-fi tool. She's pulling one of these ribbed bands that she has around her waist. Just like stuff that kind of, again, it's comic book, it's sci-fi. It really makes no sense once you analyze it. But then again, that is why we love comics. That is the reason. And I love just like partially penciled work. So, all right. So we're doing Mordo, Baron Mordo, right here. Okay. We do kind of know him a little bit, enough from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I might drop, like I did X-Men yesterday, which I'm kind of like not crazy about. I'm not crazy about the Psylocke here. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe I rushed it. Maybe she needs some more tones. Right? I mean, maybe she needs some secondary shading. Because I think the bands for her legs, too, I drew these in the wrong direction. They should be, like, curving this way. And I scooped them down. So, yeah, we're supposed to maybe have Rogue back here kind of pissed. Like the Rogue's not resonating. I could practically white that out and get away with it. But I don't know. I just don't like this one. I just don't dig it. And it's really hard for me not to dig my own work. Yeah. Don't make me bleed my own blood. But happy Saturday. RIP to all my friends out there that are hungover from last night. I didn't go out last night. I had the chance. I refused it. I refused going out. Completely refused. So I had to stay home and do work. I was supposed to actually be packing and stuff. And I fell into a work hole. So, F my life. Super Bowl tomorrow. Who is ready? Who's ready? So maybe, like, are we salvaging this? Is this salvaged? I don't think so. I still think it sucks. I had someone asking me last night a bunch of drawing questions, and I'm just like, look, like, I think everything I do sucks. I hate it all. But thank you. Yeah, and now it's like a little bit with her here. Well, I guess like I'm doing everything just to avoid drawing the Baron over here, right? Like I feel like I'm doing everything at this point to avoid the Baron. So let's just get to it. Which is kind of funny because I had like a couple good bits here. I had like I guess I will do it. I did write it in. Played by I forget the guy's name. But we'll do like a little portrait of him too, so and then we have Iceman, Bluebird, a Black Panther, Groot. And that's going to be all she sung. I'm kind of pissed. I should have made some coffee. Day 26. Let's go. And we're going to do all kinds of like magic paneling here. We're going to do like way more blending, way more way more effects. First appearance, Strange Tales 111, 1963. You believe that? 1963. How amazing is that? I do like the played by panels. I don't know. I just think those work. Steve Ditko making his second appearance. All right, cool. So we gotta look up the Doctor Strange box office and Mordo, right? MCU. Let's see. Let's see here. I guess we should just look up the Doctor Strange cast. And what I always check well, right? I should have known that. He has an awesome last name. Doctor Strange box office. Let's see, what do we got? We want the worldwide, right? We want box office mojo. Let's go. Worldwide, 677. All right, cool. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do the paneling here. I thought it would be funny to add his full name. And Mordo is such a cool, like phonically fun, like word. Yeah, so he's like kind of in this league of triple green villains because it's like him, Maximus from the Inhumans, Loki, obviously. Loki's almost like a Christmas green now. Just with the, like the MCU effect. All right, and then we have what day was it? What day did we do Maximus? Because we're referencing within our own book here. Day 14. Gotta pay our respects to Mr. Thicko. Because I feel like no one, like if you don't do things, no one else will. And I just feel like this is like a good opportunity, again, to shed light on this guy. That really was he really was the just one of those minds that were around Mr. Lee that deserves a movie of his own, deserves all the credit of his own. You should be able to get credit if you were in the same room. I don't care. If you were in the room, I mean, they're like, doing the same stuff with like NASA now. Right? Like anyone that was in the room was a part of the moon landing. Even the janitor. And I agree with it. All right, so we got to go back, bring up our Mordo reference. Because we're drawing the classic one, of course. We're still giving him big boy, thick thighs. And there's a side of me that is nothing but tempted to make this thing like all green. I love that he doesn't have boots. I think we're kind of done with that, right? We're done with boots. All right, let's not really a lot of drawing on this page, which doesn't make it too much fun, does it? But we got to figure out exactly how we are doing. Like some of this here. You know, and I kind of was anticipating a little bit of confusion with the word balloons here. God bless you, Dow. Dow's behind me sleeping. Yeah, this is just, it's, I don't want to say it's about to become a mess, but it feels like it is with all of these. Because it is a little bit meta, the way we break some of the paneling here. A little bit meta. I think I made his head here too small. Let's just add some extra black for some with some of his design work. YOLO. Wait, we don't. Are we running out in character? It feels like we are. Ah, yes, we are. That's not going to be good because now it's going to collapse out of the brush. It's just going to collapse out. But these, anyone that hasn't seen, this is how the Pentels work. Cartridge tip, small end goes here. Oh, geez, I'm not even on camera. Small end goes here, and you just screw it in. And it punctures the cartridge. Very cool. Sorry, everyone. I forget the placement of the camera from time to time. Sometimes for the lesser known characters, you gotta go the extra distance, add extra flair. There's just a lot of positive, negative space control here. It's a little bit like a chess match. And it doesn't all match up. As expected. All right. I mean, this is definitely flowy. There's definite like hints of movement to it, which I like. Yeah, there's little suggestions. We do have a Steve Ditko reference. We like that. We like that. That's it. We're officially done the Red Bull. SOB. All righty. Green and purple. Yeah, Aaron. It's kind of funny. Like, you know what's the funny thing? The purple part really became like a villain visual standard. You know, like even if you went through like all the Disney animated films and the Pebble and the Penguin, it goes on and on, even though Pebble and the Penguin's not Disney. But the point though is that purple really, when it comes to like how children, like I guess they knew that children respond to purple as like it became identifiable. I'm trying to get my words together. It became identifiable as a villain color, and everything became freaking purple. Look, even here, like on my desk. Here we go. What? I forget this guy's name. He's a Masters of the Universe guy, but what the hell's his name? Spiker, Spikelore. Like, come on. Like, Skeletor. Like, to some effect, even Cobra Commander. Even though like he's a blue. Yeah, and like the green it did go away, became passe, antiquated. Very interesting when you look at things on those terms. Yeah, and now I'm gonna have to draw Doctor Strange kind of in the Buddha position, and I'm not looking forward to that because I don't think I can nail that too well. We're doing way more gray here than we normally would to just help the pop of some of these panels. And we're kind of a little bit meta with the final with like the hook here, because he's kind of saying he's going to break out of the comic book page and take over our world. Right? Cute. We're going to do like some, like a little bit of like shading. We might do an alternate highlight coming in from the right of this panel. So I'm leaving a lot of it open. Just for something different. Like this side might be like purple. Spikor, yeah. Yeah. Like come on. How you not say this is the most ridiculous thing? This and the skunk guy. What was his was he Skunkor or Stinkor? But that toy smelled though. That toy legit smelled. We'll just keep up the yeah, buddy. Yeah, and I kind of like I really dig doing the overly like cartoony faces from time to time, just because I think it works. Like it just fits. And does he? I guess he doesn't have a mustache. I'm looking at one of his references here. We'll do a little bit of a like bottom shadow too, just to give the face a little bit more dimension. There you go. he'll be like raising his hand. I guess he doesn't have gloves on. He's not a glove bearer. But Aaron, dude, thanks for appreciate it, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I was up all last night working on the website and watching Cheer on Netflix. Watch, like mostly listening to. I always say watch. I really don't watch a lot of things, but I listen to a lot. I mean, yeah, I might just leave the last two panels open for off camera, just because it's. I thought this was going to be a very quick. I say that every single time. I think every stream is going to be a quickie. Yes, Stinkor. Yes, Stinkor. Yes, he's. Yeah, yes. but he has but Stinkor doesn't Stinkor he he's a skunk, right? But he came with this blue shield, that was his only weapon. It's the stupidest, and people want to back these things up and get pissed when there's false interpretations. I don't know. I mean, you can do anything to Masters of the Universe if you just if this is your art, if this is your holy cow. Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying what they do is good though. I'm not saying that. But or disappointing or false advertising, right? But Motu is not a sacred cow. Motu is just stupid and fun. So, why the hell not? Just let the. But no one, people are more into, people want good storytelling. People want good interpretations. And I think that's what happened with Revelations. I just think some of the storytelling just fell through, it just fell off the cliff. All right, so we're going to do some coloring here, and I think we are going to go with a lot of green. We're going to do some green. We're going to do some pink highlights. But Stinkor just cracks me up. It's the funniest fucking thing. All right. I'm just getting random greens here. All right, so let's go. Let's rock and roll. I mean, he's relatively all green, right? He's just all green. Even his cape. But we're going to do green with pink highlight drops. I think that'll look nice. We're going to keep going, even though it's Saturday is for the boys. We're going to keep going. We got a lot of things to do today, but we do have to make our way into the city, do some day drinking, and then we will, we'll be back at the drawing table for sure. Like, like could you imagine if like there's so many of these like who created what conversations, which at this point you can do nothing but laugh at. But could you imagine like Steve Ditko and like his one gripe was Carl Mordor? Like that's the one he was pissed about. Yeah, like you stole Mordor from me, you son of a bitch. Yeah, and this one, like we're going to do like a reverse. We're going to do like less green here and more pink. Just to break it up. There we go. Yeah, and I just wanted like someone like that magic power to like kind of be like ripping through his hand a little bit. It's like, oh, what'd you do today, Pete? I don't know. I fucking colored an unknown Marvel villain that people still don't know of, despite his Marvel Cinematic Universe appearance. Before I went into the city and made a complete fool out of myself. You just cannot be monochromatic sometimes when it comes to simplicity. Especially with these Crayolas. It just works. Say what you want, do what you want, it works. Mm-hmm. All right, and let's do some of those pinks. Too dark there. Where's the light one? Where's my light pink? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Who's messaging me? What are we doing? Nothing. I mean, this can't be the light one, right? Maybe it is. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, see, there you go. That pink really kind of takes it home. It's kind of funny where like it's definitely a lighter color than some of the green, but it just covers it, which is kind of cool. Go over the black line here at some points, so it looks like, yeah, like gives a little bit more glowy effect. But I am sorry, I feel like I'm way off fucking camera here, everyone. Rookie fucking moves. This is a little like Alex Ross inspired. I mean, we do have a good amount of biographical info of this guy here. Yeah, I mean, I think it's there. Yo, good morning, Skull Diamond. What's happening, dude? Are you going to work? Are you on your way in? Or are you off for the day? Skull Diamond, I always feel like you tune in too, right when I'm about to bounce. Everyone, keep in mind, retweet, rebroadcast, show this off to your friends. We have to grow the network. Gotta grow it. I need your help. Just some random like speckles, just some random movement here. Like I said, I like some of these when they're a little bit meta. I think it's funny. It's funny too how like I use so much white speckles and they all have like different purposes. Like just like from a storytelling sense. But here we go. All right, so we got something. Yeah, look, it's Mordo. Carlo Mordo. Like, we should be happy we got anything. Everyone, thank Justin Ore for co-creating this with me. Thank you, Justin. Oh, nice. Awesome, dude. I'll check it out. I'll leave a comment too, okay? And I'll throw that up on my Facebook. I'll throw it up on Twitter too. And if I don't do it, remind me, okay? Feel free to bug me on that stuff, okay? Like, no joke. It is okay to bug each other over some clout, some rebroadcasts, some clicks, however you want to look at it, okay? Because it does take effort. It takes all of us. We all have to do it. If we all did it, I think we would be in, better shape, good shape. And like that's one of the frustrating things. It's like I have to do it better, but you really got to upload a video, not stream, but upload a video once a day. That's really the formula. And I'm still trying to get momentum to do that. But I do like live streaming. Like live streaming is just more enjoyable for me. There we go. We'll add some green so that all this stuff just looks globulous. Super Bowl tomorrow. Can't effing wait, guys. Can't wait. The game of games. And then it's like WrestleMania, right? All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. We pushed an hour. Let's do a little bit of a reverse update, okay? Reverse update. Just here's all the pages. Do-it-yourself comic. I mean, relatively, without all my other stuff, I would still argue this is a month's worth of work. Roughly 2 to 3 hours per page, though. Check it out. Right? Love you.